Right now, participants from across the country gathered today in Baraboo for the annual Nishla Powwow. Also, officials in Florida have released new information on a shooting that killed 3. We have the latest. And an outdoor festival centered on unity through diversity, bringing a safe space to a smaller town. That's all coming up right now at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. Native singers, dancers, and drummers from across the country are coming together in Baraboo this weekend for the Ho-Chunk Nation's annual Nishla Powwow. Dancers from the oldest to the youngest generation showed off their skills at the Nishla Powwow grounds, competing for the chance to win cash prizes. And our Braden Ross went to go check out the fun there today. Take a look.
Powwow is more than a profession, it is a way of life.
For Boy Ladd, that way of life goes back a long way.
I started dancing back in 1952 in Black River Falls, Wisconsin. I was brought into the circle by my grandmother.
After years on the powwow circuit, he's seen a lot.
I traveled to probably about 30 powwows a year. In other words, 30 weeks of dancing.
Now he's on his home turf, sharing his knowledge as the MC of the Ho-Chunk Nation's annual Nishla Powwow.
At this time, bringing in our grand entry for this afternoon session.
I serve today as an MC to teach a lot of the younger generation, a lot of the non-native people, our way of life. It isn't just a bunch of hey-a-hey-as jumping around out there. There's a lot of meaning.
One of the younger generation he's talking about, Diana Funmaker.
I've actually gone to powwows for as long as I can remember, probably right after I was born.
She's a middle schooler, a 3-sport athlete, and last year's Nishla Powwow princess.
It's just, representing your people, your tribe, and where you're from.
For her, powwows are about more than just the dancing.
Powwows is a big part of my life, knowing, because I go to almost an all-white school, powwows are one thing that's just for me, that I can have, that my friends don't. And I think it's really special for me because it's something they don't have. They won't get this experience the way I do.
And while powwows are something that set Funmaker apart, they also bring people and cultures together.
I was always taught by my grandparents that if you have a gift, share it.
Reporting in Baraboo, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
If you missed today's event, you still have a chance to join in on the fun. There's one final grand entry tomorrow at noon. And today was certainly a good day to be outside at the powwow. Let's get a look at your first one forecast with Jacob.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Temperatures today were gorgeous, but right now they actually are a bit chilly. Let's take a look at the current temperature. 60 in Madison. Some areas have already dropped into the 50s. In general, it is expected to be a pretty chilly night, especially compared to the last couple of nights. But high temperatures earlier were gorgeous, and with the sun shining, especially later in the day, we did have some few clouds earlier, but the sun was shining later in the day, and we had high temperatures in the 70s for our entire area, with some places closer to Lake Michigan only seeing highs in the 60s. Now, we did have a little bit of a breeze. As I was passing one of the lakes today, I noticed the waters were a little wild, but right now we are seeing wind speeds 10 miles per hour or below, so the wind is no longer a factor. Looking at the current radar, we do have some very light rain near Milwaukee, but for the most part, we're seeing very dry conditions across Wisconsin, and that's going to continue for the most part. Looking at tonight's forecast, we'll see mostly clear skies, but cooler temperatures with lows in the lower 50s. And then tomorrow is going to be very similar to today. Highs will be in the mid-70s with more sunshine, and temperatures like this will continue for the next several days. I'll talk more in detail about that and tell you when temperatures will warm back up. All those details will be coming up later in the show.
Jacob, thank you. Monroe police arrested a woman yesterday afternoon who they say was driving under the influence and crashed. Officers were called to the intersection of State Highway 69 and 30th Street just after 4:20 p.m. An investigation found that a 40-year-old woman was traveling south on Highway 69. She crossed the median and hit a light pole, then a signpost and building. She was arrested for OWI first offense and cited for failing to maintain control of her vehicle. New tonight, 3 people were fatally shot at a Dollar General in Jacksonville, Florida this afternoon. The city sheriff confirmed 2 men and a woman were killed. All of the victims were black. The sheriff says the suspect, a white man in his 20s, wanted to kill black people and says today's attack was driven by hate. He went on to say it appears the gunman acted alone and he reportedly shot and killed himself. The FBI says it will investigate the incident as a hate crime. Thousands gathered at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington. Organizers say Saturday's event is not a commemoration of the historic march. Instead, they say it is a continuation of the dream Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. outlined at the Lincoln Memorial in 1963. Among those who spoke at Saturday's event was Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, who spoke about the importance of voting and that while progress has been made, the work continues.
60 years later in this great country, we've come a long way, but we still have some things that have to be worked out. So we're here today to continue our march toward a more perfect union.
Martin Luther King III and Reverend Al Sharpton also spoke at the event. Monday marks the actual anniversary of the March on Washington. Today, the nation is mourning the loss of Bob Barker. The former longtime host of the game show The Price is Right has died. Barker served as the host as the classic game show for 35 years before passing the mic to comedian Drew Carey in 2007. He earned 19 Daytime Emmys and a Lifetime Achievement Award. He was inducted into the Television Academy's Hall of Fame in 2004. Barker was also known for his advocacy for animal welfare issues. He once told the Archive of American Television that he would like to be remembered as the man who said, "Have your pets spayed or neutered." He was 99 years old when he passed. In more local news, today SSM Health held an infant memorial tree dedication in Monona. In partnership with the Healing Our Hearts organization and the Community Advisory Board, it was created to bring attention to the high infant mortality rate among Black women and reproductive health disparities in Dane County. The event hopes to honor the lost children and hopes to bring awareness on the mortality rate among Black infants.
I think this personifies many, many things. It personifies and brings light to the number of infants that we have lost in this state over the last few years. It brings welcoming thoughts and worries for families to bring their babies here to be born.
The event was held at Winnequa Park. The trees sponsored by SSM Health are meant to be a calming place for parents who have experienced the loss of a child. A special festival to celebrate unity through diversity is happening in Baraboo. Freedom Fest is a block party spin-off of Pride Fest. It's put on by Brothers on Oak, Sauk County Pride, and Queers and Allies. Live music, a beer and brat stand, drag queens, vendors from the LGBTQ community, and more welcome festival goers. Organizers say it's important to show LGBTQ members living in more rural areas that they aren't alone.
It's really important here in like a smaller rural town, in my opinion. We always are wanting to educate the community and maybe ones that just don't quite fully understand what LGBTQ is. And so having it in this small of an area is very special.
Attendees must be 21 or older to enter the indoor portion of the event if they are not accompanied by a parent, guardian, or spouse. The festival runs through this evening, ending with the drag show that'll take place at 11 p.m. Cool cars, live music, food trucks, and beer. Days Day had everything that makes up a great Wisconsin summertime Saturday. Hosted by Capital Speed, the event is a car show and live music festival. It was a celebration of the cult classic 1993 movie, Dazed and Confused. The main objective of the event was to benefit kids in local communities, making needs for pediatric research more attainable.
These mainly outlying EMS units are going to get the pediatric sized and appropriate equipment that they need from shows just like this.
All of the benefit from the event helps pediatric equipment in these EMS vehicles. This was the inaugural Dazed Car Show for Kids. For the last full weekend of the summer, Madison families were able to check out the new business and meet the staff that will be serving their school district this fall. Madison Metropolitan School District and their new transportation partner, First Student, put on the back-to-school summer carnival earlier today. Admission, food, games, and activities were free for all MMSD families that attended. First Student organized the event to meet the MMSD community.
What we wanted to do is, being a new service provider in the community, we wanted to open up our doors to the community and actually invite them here and to meet the employees and just to have some overall fun before the start of the school year.
The district entered into a 3-year contract with First Student to help modernize the district's transportation services. GPS tracking will allow school administrators and families to know when buses arrive at school and home. Coming up next at 10, filmmakers and lovers gathered in Madison today for the Madison Film Festival. How local artists are able to express themselves throughout their creativity. Plus, we'll show you a building 155 years in the making in a small town here in southern Wisconsin.
It's the Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Take $100 off every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $300 on our Denver Mattress brand lineup, plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. The Labor Day sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. During the final days of the Discover Summer Sales Event, choose FlexBuy on Bronco Sport and get 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $500 FlexBuy cash.
We would never hit 12 drunk.
Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance. Do a stoppie drunk? We would never drift drunk. So you should never drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs.
Then they are built in our very own factory,
Installed by a team of professionals and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, carefully knead dough. Step 2, artfully spread sauce. Step 3, add fresh mozzarella and assemble toppings. Step 4, realize we already did all that for you, so all you have to do is bake it. Get the Herb Chicken Mediterranean Pizza with chicken, sun-dried tomatoes, and zesty herbs on a thin, crispy crust for just $10.99. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
It's the Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Take $100 off every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $300 on our Denver Mattress brand lineup, plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. The Labor Day sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@wisc-tv.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Film enthusiasts gathered at the Bartell Theater this afternoon for the Madison Film Festival. The event allowed filmmakers and movie lovers to connect and showcase their talents through the artistic showcase. Hosted by the Badger Film Group, it looks to promote film culture here in Madison and allows artists to discover a side of them and safely and comfortably express themselves and their visions.
We are showing their work and we are making sure that they get all the praise and that, we're giving them that confidence to make the next film because, the film you're working on, that is so important. You want to get that done. You got to be creative, but it's about what's next. You got to always have your eye on the future, stay present, but be aware of the future. We want people set up for that future to make another killer movie.
If you would like to learn more about Jared and his passion with film, you can find it on our website at channel3000.com. The second day of Middleton's Good Neighbor Fest is keeping the party going through the weekend. The 60th year of the festival kicked off yesterday and runs through tomorrow. Some highlights today include a silent disco, a movie night, and carnival rides. The festival wraps up tomorrow, and if you want to join in on the fun, you could check out the craft fair, parade, award ceremony, and much more. And let's get a look at your First Warn forecast. Man, it's been a lovely day. Hopefully that continues. Jacob, any good news?
Well, yeah, the good news is that it will continue for the next couple of days, but if we look at the 3 things you need to know, it is going to get pretty warm by the time we get to Friday, and that will continue through Labor Day weekend. Now, this middle bullet point, we really are only going to see a very small chance of rain. Beyond that, we're looking very dry through Labor Day and possibly even beyond that. So the drought will unfortunately get worse. So all the green you're seeing on the radar is not actually rainfall. So for the most part, we are seeing very dry conditions across our area. And then has been the case for much of the day. And as I just mentioned, that's going to be the case for the next several days. So looking at future track going through time, we'll see on and off cloud cover. But as far as precipitation goes, we might see a few sprinkles in the northern or central portion of the state, possibly leaking into the southern portion of the state. This is Monday through Tuesday, but still not expect to see widespread rain. We'll see mostly sunny skies for much of the week. This includes Wednesday, Thursday, and as we go into Friday, still really nothing across our area. And if you notice, there's nothing across the entire area. It's going to be completely bone dry for not just Wisconsin, but almost all surrounding areas for the next several days. So definitely enjoy the weather, but we could definitely use the rainfall. Now, looking beyond that, this is the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. Looking towards Labor Day, it is going to remain the dry conditions are going to remain. So unfortunately, there is no end in sight to the dry conditions. But at the very least, it's better to be consistently dry than consistently hot, which we're definitely not going to be consistently hot. But although we could use the rainfall, we can definitely enjoy what the weather will bring us, because it's going to be very nice the next couple of days. And tonight, although it will be chilly, we'll see low temperatures in the 50s. And then tomorrow, it's going to be just about perfect with a lot of sunshine and high temperatures in the 70s. Now, looking forward, as we look at Monday, we are going to see a small chance of rain. I'm not sure what's going on with the graphic. It looks like there's some text over each other, but partly sunny skies, very mild. We do have the chance for some storms. High temperatures right around 80 degrees, and we'll see another day of around 80, but still pretty comfortable for the most part. Remember, that 80 is the absolute highest temperature of the day, so much of the day will be in the 70s. And then for Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to see high temperatures in the 70s again, but then we'll see highs in the mid-80s for Friday and Labor Day weekend, and it does look like that will continue beyond that as well. So the warm temperatures are going to return to our area, but not for quite a bit. Excuse me, looking at the 7 to 10 day forecast, the other unfortunate thing about the temperatures on Labor Day weekend is they are trending upward right now, and typically they will continue to trend upwards. So we may be talking about high temperatures near 90 over Labor Day weekend, but it is going to be dry. So definitely, if you have any outdoor plans for Labor Day weekend, you can keep those intact, but maybe add some pool time or lake time into those plans, because considering we are going to start September on Friday, there's not going to be many more opportunities to really get out and enjoy, swimming, or, if you have a boat or whatever your ideal hot day planner is. So definitely, I would encourage people to get out to the pool, get out to the lake, because like I said, there's not going to be many more opportunities as we head in September.
I mean, what better temp for the Badgers kicking off their season? Smack dab in the middle in the 80s. Not too cool, but not too hot. Perfect Labor Day weekend activity, if you ask me.
Yeah, for me though, if you're going to a football game, I would like it a little bit cooler, but
just a smidge.
It's not going to be as bad as it was the last couple of days for sure. But definitely bring some extra water, and I believe earlier Andrew said that it was the perfect grilling weather.
Oh yeah.
For 100% for Saturday. Yep.
Flip a couple dogs and burgers, and it'll be a good day.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty nice.
Jacob, thank you. It's a story 155 years in the making. In 1868, an Iowa County man built a home just south of Arena after being pushed out of the South at the end of the Civil War. His legacy in the 19th century is now being remembered with the touch of the 21st.
At this little home south of Arena, history has come back alive. To do so, it's taken a superhuman effort.
I knew it was going to be a challenge, but I had always loved the look of this house.
Owner Samantha Crownover of Madison, along with husband Bruce and their friend Tom Nuer, spent more than an estimated $600,000 on restoring this gem. The couple only knew of it from the outside before purchasing it in April of 2021 to become a short-term rental.
And we would drive along this driveway, and I would peek through the woods, and I'm like, oh my God, what is that enchanted place?
It was only once she stepped inside that she learned the history of its former owner, William Henry Brisbane.
He was from South Carolina, driven out of the South. He went to Cincinnati, he went to the East Coast, tried to make a living at all kinds of things, and he landed here.
But perhaps his most important character trait was his stance on slavery.
He was an abolitionist.
Knowing this, Samantha began researching Brisbane, all while the home he built in 1868 was given a new life.
If somebody said, okay, here's your dream project, go, you would be into it every single day. And I totally was.
Work to revitalize the main house took 4 months. The summer kitchen, another 4. When it came time to furnish it, an understated design seemed best, except in one critical way. To keep with Brisbane's legacy, she thought what better way to honor him than to incorporate works of art by people of color.
You know, if he can stick his neck out and take the unpopular view at that time in the South, in the deep South, well then, I certainly can.
Some of the pieces are hard to see, but fitting.
Our history is not simple, but we're human.
She says it's all a part of recognizing past failures and moving towards a better world.
In the end, it's all about acceptance and compassion and seeing people for who they are inside, not the color of their skin.
And still to come, the Packers wrapped up their preseason today at Lambeau. See how Jordan Love and the Pack played next in Sports with Andrew.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The sun is setting on Toyota's national sales event. Wait, they have until September 5th.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota, let's go places.
You work hard enough. Take a load off this Labor Day with new appliances from Brothers Maine. Celebrate the holiday with unbeatable deals on top brands like GE Appliances, Cafe, Hotpoint, and Haier. Don't miss out. Shop the Labor Day sale at Brothers Maine today.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This Labor Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You've got this. You didn't think your sister would take you up on the dog sitting offer, but here you are. Barriers? Purchased. Doggy distractions? No expense spared. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So when you have to make a purchase, or 7, to prepare, you can be sure we're looking out for you, so you can look out for him. You've got this with Associated Bank.
We're the Packers Scratch Game crew, bringing back Packers Scratch Games for you. The Pack is back. New Scratch Games are here. With 4 season tickets you could win for a year. There's instant cash prizes and other bonus drawing surprises.
Packers Scratch Games are back with instant cash prizes up to $30,000 and a bonus drawing for 4 season tickets for 1 year. Prices range from $1 to $10. Available now at all Wisconsin lottery retailers.
We're not kidding. Somebody will be winning 4 season tickets for a year.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
The sun is setting on Toyota's national sales event. Wait, they have until September 5th.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota, let's go places.
It's been 3 decades since someone not named Favre or Rodgers quarterbacked the Packers, and today we got one step closer to the mantle being passed on. Jordan Love and the Pack got their final preseason tune-up done this afternoon in Green Bay. Packers came away from their first 2 drives with just a field goal. Love trying to end the preseason with an 80-yard touchdown drive, trying to finish it off. Play action, Love rolls left, and he connects with the rookie tight end Luke Musgrave. Green Bay, understandably, really likes what they've seen so far from number 88. And then 3 minutes into the second quarter, Jay Love looking to pass, fires a back shoulder bullet to Christian Watson. He sticks him for the touchdown, and Green Bay would go on to win it 19-15. Love passes for 63 yards. In 3 preseason games, the first-year starter went 21 for 33 for 193 yards and 3 touchdowns with no interceptions. So how does he see his offense heading into week 1?
I mean, I think that's going to be the test of the season. But, I mean, right now going into it, I'm confident in the offense. I think just when we get to being consistent, hitting on all of our big plays, I think we're going to be tough to stop.
It was great to end it, too, with a touchdown pass right there to Christian. I thought our defense did a really outstanding job. And for the most part, I felt like we were in control of the game, although the score didn't necessarily indicate that.
And Leo Chanel, who was drafted out of Wisconsin in 2022 and won a Super Bowl ring with the Chiefs as a rookie, recovered this fumble in his preseason game today. The linebacker, though, would exit the game with a hip injury after this play, but his Chiefs did win it 33-32. And speaking of the Badgers, we are officially 7 days away from Wisconsin football kicking off. The Luke Fickell era kicks off on Saturday, September 2nd at 2:30 at Camp Randall. We'll have full highlights from one of the most highly anticipated seasons in Badger history right here on News 3 Now every Saturday. A national championship in 2021, an Elite Eight run last year, and now Wisconsin volleyball is back for more. They won their season opener yesterday against Baylor, and we're back in the Twin Cities facing TCU today. First set, Horned Frogs float one over, but Anna Smrek elevates and unleashes the cannon on TCU. Wisconsin took the first set. Then in the second, set point for the Badgers, MJ Hamill sets up Anna Smrek. Have a day. The 6'9" hitter having an absolute heyday. And then Wisconsin trying to bring out the brooms. Set point in the third. Izzy Ashburn finds Sarah Franklin up top, and Wisconsin wins it in straight sets. A terrific start to the year. They start off 2-0. They may not have the best roster, but boy, have the Brewers just found a way this year. The winners of 6 straight are 4 games up on the Cubs and the rest of the NL Central. Trying to make it 7 straight hosting the Padres. 5th inning, San Diego up 1-0. No outs and 2 on for Andrew Monasterio, who turns up the volume and says, let's keep this party going. Mark Canha would score to tie the game at 1 apiece. Later in the frame, this one was all about the 5th inning. Crew up 2-1, and William Contreras just keeps it fair barely. It would bring home a pair of Brewers. They win it 5-4. 7 straight wins for the Crew. That's their longest streak of the year. For me, this time of year, it's just all about baseball, and obviously football's right on the way, but you see September right there on the calendar, and you know postseason baseball's coming, and right now this Brewers team really looks like they're not just going to be in the mix in the postseason, but maybe be a real contender.
And each time that they play, they're just simply finding a way to win, and ultimately that's what the postseason is about. How can you start streaking at the right time, getting hot at the right time? And it seems like that's what they're doing. 7 straight wins doesn't sound too bad.
Absolutely.
And then a week from now, I know you're going to be out there. Camp Randall is going to be absolutely jumping.
Yeah, next week, Buffalo, it's going to be an absolute sight to see. I'll definitely be there, but yeah, it's going to be something fun.
All right, definitely looking forward to it. Thanks, Andrew. You all at home, stay with us. We'll be right back.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying...
He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win.
How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Mom.
Also, we added you to our new Spectrum Mobile plan, okay?
I'm good.
He's not going to be calling. At Spectrum Mobile, you get more with your mobile.
What's my shoe size again?
You're an 11.5.
He wants to come home for Thanksgiving.
No, you're not allergic to shellfish.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Honey, we're at dinner. If you think of anything, just text me.
Get more than just mobile. Get the value of Spectrum Mobile with Spectrum One.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your big promotion.
And to your new house.
I know! What? I guess you had to move fast in this market.
Right? Best thing I did was get a pre-approval from Summit. Once I knew my budget, I only looked at homes I could make a serious offer on.
And how's construction going on your place?
1 month left.
Must be stressful.
Actually, no. I'm working with Summit too, and they've been great about answering all my questions and guiding me along. It's been easy.
Whether you're building or buying a home, Summit Credit Union is here to help.
And done.
Can we just call my dad now? Gorilla Glue.
Of course. Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong and versatile, even outdoors. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Teens have drama. 1 more minute. Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Steinhoffel's Labor Day sale is bigger than ever with huge savings throughout the store and hundreds of incredible bonus buys. Like a Beauty Rest Queen mattress, $3.99. This sofa, $4.99. Dining table, only $7.49. A queen bed, now $7.79. Plus, right now, save up to 40% on patio furniture. And make your new room more affordable when you use our 72-month financing. It's Steinhoffel's Labor Day sale. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Your digital source for local news and info for 25 years. Channel 3000.
I'm actually going to stand up.
Join us up
this
here.
Last segment. It almost seemed as if fall knew that football season was here, as we talked about last segment.
Feels like it.
You're going to be out there. Friday Night Lights is already kicking off. But Andrew, my bad. Jacob,
Yes.
what do you have left for us in weather?
It's still going to feel like fall the next couple days, maybe a bit warm Monday and Tuesday, but then by the time the game rolls around, it will be a bit warmer, but not too bad, not as bad as the last couple days.
All right, well, thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see you here tomorrow. Thank you for making it a great evening.